The inflection point indicator. This is used primarily in high-frequency trading models, and simply stated, it measures the ratio of slope to acceleration. Namely, in the numerator of the equation, it measures the direction of the market price based on slope, and in the denominator, it measures the instantaneous velocity of the market price, also known as acceleration. It's used primarily to identify the inflection points of the market price, namely the near-term highs and the near-term lows. The value is derived primarily for the programmer when we understand and base our entry and exit points on the inflection points of the market price. In this data set, we see the market price in blue on the left scale and the inflection point indicator in red on the right scale. Here, we see that the red line, the inflection point indicator, clearly identifies and forecasts the near-term highs and the near-term lows of the market price. The optimal execution schedule for entry and exit points in high-frequency models is based primarily on entering long positions at the near-term lows, the local minima, and exiting or reversing those positions at the near-term highs, also known as the local maxima. We use the red line, the inflection point indicator, to identify these inflection points of the market price, and we accommodate our execution schedule accordingly. In this data set, we see the first move to the downside identified in the inflection point indicator that clearly identifies the local minima. Here, we see the market price finding the near-term lows when the slope is negative and or the acceleration is negative. Any reading in either the slope or the instantaneous velocity, also known as acceleration, yields a 0 reading in the inflection point indicator, the red line. Again, the optimal execution schedule is based on child orders being bought on the near-term lows and liquidated or reversed, sold on the near-term highs. In the next data set, we see the inflection point indicator clearly identifying the near-term highs of the market price. Continuing forward, we see the inflection point indicator coming off those near-term highs and identifying the inflection point, the local minima. This is used to identify the near-term lows of the market price. Continuing, we see the inflection point indicator forecasting the near-term highs, the inflection point of the market price. Again, we look to sell child orders on the inflection points, the near-term highs of the market price. And finally, we see the inflection point indicator clearly identifying the near-term lows of the market price based on the inflection point, the local minima in the inflection point indicator. So to recap, we use the red line, the inflection point indicator, to identify the near-term highs and the near-term lows of the market price. The general strategy in high-frequency trading using this model is to enter long child positions at the local minima, the near-term lows, as the market price stabilizes after putting in new lows, and sell child positions when the market price trades at the near-term highs, the inflection point. Thank you.